Hey, Hope 365. It's Kathy again, and it's already November. Can you believe it? I don't know about you, but we had a lot of change. We had snow on Halloween here in Indiana yesterday, and that was crazy. But it really got me thinking about the seasons changing and just a lot of feelings that have come up in my family in the last week because of that. So I'm curious if that's the same for you. So, as you know, we're a military family. My husband's recently retired. And so we have moved several times in our career and in our lives, I guess, his career. But the kids have moved a couple times, not as many as my husband and I. But we recently moved to Indiana. And for some reason, this week has really been, it's just brought out some emotions from them. I thought we were settling pretty well, and there has been some sadness expressed different ways by my different kids with their different personalities, but pretty evident to me that they are just missing their old friends and the places they used to live. And my sister and I were talking about it, and she said, I think it's the change of seasons. And when we talked and we got to thinking about that, I feel like there is so much truth to that. Change is hard for all of us. There's no doubt about it. A lot of us resist it even more than others. But it's good for us too. And that's what I'm really trying to help our kids understand. But the seasons for us, what I realized is Halloween. Our family loves Halloween. And we have so many happy memories of Halloween in years past at both in Florida and in Oklahoma with friends. And I think she hit the nail on the head that it really, my kids we're thinking back to those moments with the buildup of Halloween coming here and that anticipation of not knowing how Halloween was going to go here or not having a best friend to trick or treat with or, just missing them. That anticipation part, and then just knowing like I've got good friends who live miles apart and we don't get to do that again. So I do think that's what some of our sadness this week has been about. And it also made me realize something that I knew from my training and experience in child life, and that is related to grief. So, when you have a loss, and change, of course, there is a sense of loss in that. So it doesn't have to be just the death of a family or friend. It can be loss of any kind. So whatever age you experience that at, you grieve not just at that moment, but throughout your life, and especially at different times. So, for example, my oldest was 2 years old when the triplets were born and when Brady died. So as he went through the different developmental milestones and he got less concrete thinking and more abstract in his thinking, and he started to understand death in different ways and new ways. He had to grieve again that loss of his brother. And so children especially will go through that grief process several times because, as you know, there's many levels to development and times that they change. But that is also true for us adults. We never stop growing and learning and maturing. And so I hope that this encourages you that you're not alone. If you're having some feelings of sadness with the holiday season coming on or just the change of the seasons, if you feel like you had, I don't want to say overcome your grief, but if you had felt like you were at peace and you were dealing with it, but then something happens and you really are struggling again, that is all normal. And that's part of the process of life and adapting and change. So I hope that knowing you're not alone gives you a little sense of peace about that today. And as you're going through the holiday season and all of these different changes of weather and more darkness I know that's hard for a lot of us, that it gives you a little sense of hope and peace. All right, until next time, I have more on change with the military especially. But for today, I think that's good enough. Bye.